You're now listening to the Palmetto Dugout Show, hosted by State Director Sammy Esposito, Associate Scouts Drew Stewart and Sean Smith, that discuss all things related to amateur baseball in South Carolina. Here are your hosts.
Welcome in to episode 93 of the Palmetto Dugout Show. Coach Espo, we got Coach Smith. What's going on, boys?
Coach, we were having a little technical difficulties here in Columbia for a second.
Coach,
it's like cabin out in the woods.
It's a rotating week.
It has. It's been all three of us. It looks like the two of you guys have got the PBR fade here recently.
We got Diet Cola coming into the picture though.
He's living that high life, boy.
That's it.
It needs to be a high life, but it's a Diet Cola. Got to keep it PG. You know what I mean?
He's got that high life in him. Coach, I think we have actually a decent amount of baseball stuff to get to today, don't we?
What baseball? We talking
what
about
is that?
Baseball.
Baseball.
It's just a game. We're not even talking about a game.
we ain't talking about it. Well, we're kind of talking about a game, but
franchise
game.
Player.
We'll talk about that there shortly. Coach, we hop into it with the senior games upcoming very soon. Coach,
we're going to be rolling. I'm going to be riding right up 77. Get up there to beautiful Winthrop at the ballpark up there. I've seen they got a lot of some new things shaking over there at the stadium. Got a lot of turf redone behind home plate, so I know they're fired up to get us on there. So, we've said this again. I feel like we repeat ourselves, but it's a wonderful opportunity for a lot of these unsigned seniors here at the back end of the fall to get an opportunity to play in front of not only Winthrop's baseball staff, but whether whoever these other colleges that come out. And I'll kind of go ahead and touch on that right away. People ask, each time they ask who's coming. I'm not sure. We'll send all that stuff out when we can. But last year when we were at Francis Marion, we had a handful of Division II and junior colleges that come out. So I would expect the same thing come out there because we've got a talented roster, and we've got a talented group that's already signed up right now with a lot more to come. So we're expecting a good turnout, not only from a number standpoint, but from a talent standpoint. So we're looking to get up there in beautiful Winthrop Ballpark and tear that turf up that they got it going around home plate and have a good time while we're up there. Maybe some guys can hit a few tanks off that gigantic batters out there in center field.
I remember last time we were up there for a preseason thing. I remember it was really cold, and our dear friend of the show was cutting some freaking rockets out of there. The gun show, baby.
The gun show
put on a gun show out there. So that was a lot.
Coach, we had a young man who, and this wasn't the senior games there, but we had a young man who came to the preseason All-State at Winthrop's Park that same year and put on a display in front of their coaching staff and walked out of there with himself a little offer. So obviously there's a big reason we put these things on college campuses, right? We might not, you might not attract 20 colleges to get there, but if you have a few of them and you have obviously the host site that's there, you can impress somebody. And obviously with the social media we're going to throw out there and do what we do on the back end, we're going to get all that info out to all the coaches. You put up a big day and shock somebody and put up some big numbers. You can walk out of there with some scholarships.
Hitting rockets out of a college ballpark is never a bad thing to do for yourself.
It's usually a good sign. It's usually a good deal.
You hop on their mound and throw 96, it's not bad either.
Yeah,
you
spread a little bit, it's okay.
For 96, that's not a bad thing.
Oh, it's my turn now.
You're up.
Also covered. Second event moving towards the fall top prospect games at beautiful Doug Kingsmore Stadium.
Coach, home game for the one and only Drew Stewart. Not far from, maybe we'll see how that turns out for the old Austin Smith here. The fall top prospects, brand new event for us. Obviously we run the top prospect games in the summer at wonderful in Charleston down there, and we get the drone flying out the greatest view of any college field down there, fighting Holbrook's Palace down there with the Cougs. But up there at Clemson this fall, kind of doing it right, a brand new event. We're not doing like a border battle type, but it's us against Georgia. Kind of breaking it out. We're going to bring 40 or 50 of the best players in South Carolina, and they're going to bring 40 or 50 of the best players in Georgia and let them duke it out. One of the things that's kind of a little bit different that we're doing this year, in the past, it's kind of been around the time frame as our pro case. Well, our 2025s that have been invited to this, which go ahead and knock this one out. We've gotten some high-profile 25s have already registered. Some of our top players in our state have already gone ahead and registered for this. And, former future gamers, former top prospect game players, some of the top players that we've had in past events are coming back, which is obviously always a good sign. But we're going to kind of treat those 25s as their pro case for this. But not only the pro case with the normal workout, they're going to get a game play. So we'll try to pair all those guys up and then have those 26s and 27s kind of match together and play in there. But also we got some 26s and guys that have come back that were future gamers this past summer. We got some 27s that have already registered that were super sophomores and former junior future gamers that have already registered. So we're off to a big time registration with that. And that, hey, that's 40 or 50. We can't go over, and that's not oh no, you can always do it. No, we're on a limited time frame. Clemson's given us access to their wonderful stadium up there and their facilities, but we're on a time frame when we're up there. So we're going to say 40, and I say 40 or 50 because that's kind of based on pitching, right? 40 on the low end to get the innings. We'll bump it up to 50, if we get some more of the signups on the arm standpoint. But we can't. They're practicing. They got fall practice going on. They're going to be on their own field in the morning. We get it at 1 o'clock. We got to be out of there at 8 o'clock that night. So we're going to come in there hot, ready to roll, get access to their wonderful park, and be able to perform. And and maybe we'll see if we can whip up on Georgia like we whipped up on North Carolina all summer long. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's neat. I've talked to a lot of travel coaches, a lot of high school coaches so far about this event. The one thing for me, it's a neat, newer event, right? It's something different. It's something new for us here in South Carolina, right? It's right in the middle of the open period. My dog's yelling at me. He wants to get up here. Here you go, guys. There it is. It's right here in the middle of the open season, so everybody's fresh, right? The big bulk of the travel season just kind of ended in the fall. This dog's really trying to get in the show. But the guys are healthy. They're fresh. They're in the stuff. They're rolling. So for us, we're going to roll right through it and come in here hot. And like I said, we'll put up some big numbers and again, get an opportunity to impress. I've already gotten a lot of major league scouts that have said they're going to be in attendance, obviously based on this roster. But of these 25 signups already, I have a feeling they're going to be there. And then also, get a chance to play in front of the Clemson staff, and be able to show those guys what you got to offer.
Coach, big event. South Carolina's going to own the South. What do they say? South Carolina will rise again.
Is that what they say?
That's what I'm saying. Coach, you talked about some 27s attending those fall top prospect games. The ranking update coming tomorrow for the 27s.
Better hope you got that subscription.
Get that subscription ready, boy.
You get it in better get it in for the end of the year. Get that tax write-off.
Hey, I'm probably going to release it again at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, like we've been doing the last couple of weeks. Get that thing fired out. Well, if you don't want to get it, you'll see the top 10. If you want to see the rest, you'll get in there. It's still up in debate, right? We were at 45 for that class. We're going to be in that 65 to 70 range, still kind of iron a few things out. A big fan of last minute kind of procrastination with some stuff, trying to get that thing in there. But so we're going to jump up 20, 25 different more players this update than we did last time. And then obviously the national ranking is going to come out. Little old South Carolina. I do want to touch on this. I'm not going to spoil it too much for you other guys that want to buy other subscriptions to watch national stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Unless something drastically changes in the next 24 to 48 hours, 5 players from South Carolina will be in the top 100, with one being right outside the top 100. So big time moves being made by Little South Carolina, and I'm going to bet here by the time we do the next release of the rankings, we're going to have more than 6 in this national ranking. So we probably could have pushed to maybe get a few more in there, but you know what? Sometimes you just want to sit back and let all the other guys fall back down to you, and you just go full bore ahead of them. But we'll release our state rankings tomorrow, along with every other state across the prep baseball world. We'll go out tomorrow, and ours will come out tomorrow night. And I'm sure some people will be happy where the rankings are, and some people won't. But you know what? We touch on this again. This will be the 3rd week in a row, right? Our rankings, right? How do we go about them? Right? It's a big confidence thing for us. How much have we seen the players? Right? Through our events, right? We heavily lean on our events. We see a ton of players at our events. We see as many high school games as we can see. We see as many of our tournaments as we can see throughout the fall, throughout the summer. You know, so for us, and I can only speak on us, we are watching some resemblance of high school baseball players year round. So are we going to miss somebody? Yes. You know, do we have little Timmy ranked maybe a little lower, a little higher than what he should be? Possibly so. But we're doing this ranking based on our confidence level of this guy's ability. If we've seen player Drew Stewart out there play 1 time, and I've seen Austin Smith play 10 times, I feel more confident in my evaluation of Austin than I do of Drew. So there might be my ranking might be a little bit more.
It's hard to see the rocket.
Right. It's hard to see the rocket. It's too quick when we go in there. So it is difficult. And, you know, is there a big difference between player 35 and 45? No, not really, you know, but we do our best, and we try to get it out there and try to rank those guys the best we can. And, you know, it is what it is.
It's ranking season, best season of the year.
It's not where you start, it's how you finish. That's what to say.
Long way to go here, boys. 2027, long way to go.
Some of these kids might not be playing high school baseball in a few years.
Marathon, guys, not a sprint.
Unless you're the Rocket.
And it's always a
Coach,
sprint.
You
Life's
talked
a
about
sprint for the Rocket.
You talked about the PBR world releasing rankings tomorrow across the country. Something else big in the PBR world, and for some of the best players in the country, the All-American game is coming up, and little old South Carolina will be repped yet again.
Coach, Saturday, 1 p.m. All-American game out of Miami. I know Austin was really pushing to get himself in position to go represent the prep baseball South Carolina staff. But it's not happening.
If it's going to be in Miami, I'm not going. I only wanted to go to Milwaukee and slide down the sky.
It'll be at Miami. It'll be at beautiful Marlins ballpark.
No desire to go to Miami.
And we do have Carson Bowman representing, right? Now, I think it's cool the way kind of our All-American game goes. They do the senior class against the junior class. So this year, the 25 grads will play against the 26 grads. My dog's barking at me again. I guess he didn't like that. But so we'll roll into that, and Carson Bowman is going to throw in the 5th inning on that. So all you guys out there just really interested in Carson Bowman, the 5th inning of that game. So if you're following along, it'll be on not ESPN, NBC Sports app. It'll be, you know,
whoa,
there, 1 p.m. on Saturday. We're gonna be check the social media world. We'll be tweeting some stuff out about how to get that stuff, how to watch it. But Carson will be throwing the 5th inning for the 26 team. So you can watch our number 1 ranked player in the 26 class go out there and carve up some boys.
So about the time all y'all get done watching your Gamecocks play LSU, probably about 2:30, 3 o'clock, about the time the game's over, just fire it up. Just
fire it up.
Up there watching. Yeah. I'm going to say he's probably going to punch 2 tickets there, so shouldn't take long.
The over-under is at 2.5. Does he get 3?
I'm gonna say he punches 2 tickets and gets a
under.
I'm going under.
Yeah, I was going to go under on the 2.5 as well. I was going to go.
What are y'all saying? He's getting 4 strikeouts.
Is he going 2 innings?
No,
he's going 1.
We're going to go. We're going to go a wild pitch strikeout, and then he's going to get 4.
He's in
I'm
the
going to go
All-American
punch
game. His
ground ball
catcher's gonna be
punch.
better than that.
Yeah, I think the players are pretty good in that thing. I don't know if they're going to boot some of the balls floating around there, but it'll be exciting. Second year All-American game for us is the second year of existence here. In 2 years, we've had a player in the 26 or the junior team each year. So I have a feeling little old Colson Bowman has an opportunity to be a repeat customer of this one. I don't know. I don't want to speak too much on that one, but
he's got a chance.
Got a chance. I'm just going to throw that one out there. And, lefties that are 90 and 92 with good breaking balls and changeups and throw strikes, and that usually works out pretty well for you.
We let those guys play for a while.
Oh, and by the way, they command it. That's usually pretty good.
Yeah. Poor guy, if he makes it to college, he's got to go throw at that boom box.
You better keep it in the middle.
Yeah,
keep it in the middle.
Poor guy. Coach, there was big breaking news in the state the other day. We got a text at 7 a.m. before anybody knew but the people that mattered. Ethan Offing has committed for the Clemson Tigers yesterday. Big get for the Tigers.
Big get for the Tigers.
Might be their next quarterback, too. From what I've read on the X page, he's spinning it around down there for the Silver Foxes.
They're the number one ranked team in 5A, Coach.
Coach, they're playing old Gray Collegiate this weekend.
I think can spin it from what I've been told.
Yeah, but we'll see how the football shakes out. But a big get, right? I mean, we obviously knew of Ethan's abilities and talents because we've had an opportunity to watch him for multiple years down here in the beautiful state of South Carolina. And he was able to let the world know when he came down there to the future games that first night against North Carolina and just kind of let them know who was boss. Winning the Dix MVP going down there and when he went 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs with a double and a triple the other way. And second night and made every single play you can think of while he's in the game when Walker Cox was throwing those sinker ballers in there. And Ethan, I mean, he just wonderful human being, family, checks all the boxes on there, but he just kind of plays the game like he's a wily vet. I think he would be like Austin's favorite player in the world. Like he's just cool, calm, collected, Mr. Nothing too flashy, but just as smooth and just gets it done. But he's got a chance to, you always hate it because people are always like, oh, is he this, he's that. He's got a chance to stick it short and play in the infield for a long time. He's got the hands, he's got the range, he's got the arm strength and athleticism. So, and that bat speed, along with showing the ability to hit for power, he's a fun one to watch. We still got a couple more years we get to watch him here in high school. So congratulations to Ethan's and his family. I know maybe his dad might have to change a few T-shirts that he's got to wear roaming around, but it's all right. It's easy to pull for other teams.
I think it's just something about that Gamecock team that had Sheldon Brown and Andre Offing on it. I mean, their sons go to Clemson.
How about that? You got two former Gamecock football players that played on the same team. That sons, one's currently a freshman at Clemson baseball, and one is just committed to go to Clemson to play baseball. That's kind of awkward, ain't it?
It just means less.
Something in them hills. That's what they say.
Coach, on a more serious note here, I think once you get Offing to Clemson, Coach, you focus on solely baseball. That kid has the oh my gosh, I've said it before. Dutch Work big football school. He's into football a lot. It's great for him. But once you get him pulled away from that and into Clemson on straight baseball, kid's got a chance to make some eyes look at him, a lot of eyes in the college baseball world.
No question. I mean, that's talking, and we all know Coach Waits finally was able to retire this past summer. But talking to him in the past, he would say there's days he would have to sprint, from fall practice or from spring football practice and run over the baseball field and try to get in this and try to play this, or they'd have workouts early in the morning and then he's having to get over here. And, most people don't know that. If you're just sitting in the stands, you go, well, you go try to do that. I don't care how talented or how athletic you are. That's very difficult. Plus, also on top of that, in the summer, most people go, "Oh, you're just going to go play baseball." Not a Dutch Fork. And by the way, you're the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, you led them to a state championship last year. You're going to do it again probably this year. You're doing all your football workouts. You're doing your. I remember 2 years ago, Drew. I don't know if you remember this. He came to our border battle at Charlotte.
Yep.
He wound up playing the last game. They got out of there. I don't know. We all got out of there. That last game ended. Call it at 10:30, whatever it was. He had to drive home and then get in the car and leave at 6:30 in the morning to go to a 7-on-7 tournament for football. But that's just kind of what he is. That's what they do. That's how he goes about it. You know, and that's what makes that kid special. And, you know, came from football, played at the Future Games, left from ours, flew off down to another big event, right, and comes back home, and boom, here we go. Let's go take on football. So I think to your point exactly, once he kind of gets to solely be a baseball player, I mean, I think the sky's the limit for him. And with that athleticism and his work ethic right now, watch out. It's similar, a little similar to a young Austin Smith, I think, you know.
Oh God, let's stop right there. We're just gonna, we'll stop.
On college football 25.
Hey, Coach, in other news, these Future Games kids are flying off the board, and we know many more are coming down the road, especially a big one coming here in the foreseeable future.
Coach, they're coming. They're making visits. They're flying all over the place. They're rolling right now.
Little OSC.
Hey,
first ever Future Game team, and look at them.
Boys were good.
Yeah,
boys are talented. Hey, ain't hard to find the good ones.
You gotta dig a little bit in Allendale to find some good ones.
Might have to dodge a few bullets from deers getting shot.
I don't know about bullets on deers. But anyway, as we move forward here, we end the baseball side and we head to the pick'em. The week 2 results are in. Sammy wins week 2, finishing 6-4. Austin goes 3-7, and I finished 4-6.
Last week, boys. Holy smokes!
So as we move forward here, Austin will make that first pick, then me, then Sammy, and then we also have Jelly, who's joined back in after an abysmal week 1 result for him. We'll see if he can recoup on week 2 here, or week 3. Remember, 5 games straight up, 5 games against the spread. And if I believe Coach Espo has a 3-game lead in first place, I am 5 games back from first place.
Over under 9.5 for me this week. I'm taking the over.
Austin has taken a slide like the Braves here and fallen 3 games back.
Half my team's on the injured list. Did you
just go over and under 9.5?
Over under 9.5 for me this coming week.
I'd bet the house on under.
100%.
You can't do it. We'll start off here with the straight up games. Let me pull my handy dandy phone out here.
I have yet to look at the list that you sent me after my performance last week. I thought it'd be better if I just winged it live on here.
Yeah, so we'll do it live, so you'll get to pick first.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't even know who we're picking.
Coach, Game 1. That's the best way to do it.
It's on Friday night. Arizona travels to K-State. It's a top 25 matchup. Kansas State is currently 7-point favorites, but however, you will pick this game straight up.
Give me the Wildcats. Arizona. I like that team.
I'm sticking with Austin here. I think the Wildcats got a good quarterback, got a good receiver, best receiver in the country. Give me the Wildcats to win here.
Yeah, I'm going with Zona. I think they can really shoot the 3 a little bit better in Kansas State, but
we just got a clean sweep on a 7-point.
Hold on. No, it didn't.
No.
Jelly goes with the K-State Wildcats.
Jelly has to. He's got that Midwest in him. He can't get out.
Jelly, you got to learn your lesson.
You know, it's like us. We can't get out of the South sometimes.
Yep.
Jelly just can't.
Brain, not the heart.
How about this one right here? boys. Memphis travels to Florida State. Memphis receiving votes in the AP Top 25 poll. They're 2-0. Florida State's 0-2. 12 o'clock game on Saturday. Florida State 6.5-point favorites here.
Wow.
As much entertainment as it would provide for Florida State to start 0-3, I'm gonna go Seminoles. I think they got Memphis's number. Florida, you never know. Florida State might win out, go 10-2, and make playoffs. So
they might.
Give me Florida State.
It's
got to go up. Got to go up somewhere. Got to start somewhere.
Memphis is fighting for a playoff spot for that group of 5, and I think the Tigers go 3-0 and send the Noles down to 0-3. It's simple. DJU is not good enough. That team's not good enough. They go to 0-3. The Tigers win by 10.
Wow.
We covered and then won by 10. Holy cow.
Well, Boston College was favored to lose, and they won by 10, 15, 20.
Coach, I'm not
Memphis
saying you're wrong.
Memphis got a former Gamecock running back there. Coach Borowski, a Memphis guy, gives me my Memphis updates.
One of his many.
One of his many, exactly. He gives me my Memphis updates too often. I don't really care about them, but, that much. I hope they do well and all that good stuff. But I also think they're not going to win. Florida State figures it out, kicks a field goal late and wins.
Wow. Do you think it's
because if Memphis loses, me and Borowski might break a remote. There's your inside joke for the day. However, Jelly is rolling. Jelly is rolling with the Noles.
Oh boy.
We got one Memphis guy. We move here to.
It's just the Queen of Memphis. You know what I mean?
We move here to the game of the week, as ESPN likes to call it, with College Game Day coming to town. LSU travels to South Carolina at 12 p.m. LSU 1-1. Cox are 2-0 with a big win over Kentucky. However, the Cox are 7-point underdogs here.
Tough.
That is tough. That's tough because I thought Sammy was crazy when he picked South Carolina to cover last week, and then they covered and won by 4 touchdowns. I feel like having watched enough South Carolina football over the years, this feels like a perfect opportunity to get on that bandwagon and them just fall flat on their face. But give me the Gamecocks. Maybe it's the year of the Beamer train, man.
Gamecocks beat the Tigers. Wow.
Give me the Gamecocks. They get to 3-0. They beat Akron next week. They're 4-0. The Lane train comes to town. They're undefeated. He might get game day twice in 3 weeks.
They'll be ranked like 15th in the country.
Number 2 overall behind the Bulldogs. Oh, yeah, give me Carolina. Although I feel like this is a really good time for them to just face plant, lose by 38. But give me the Gamecocks. Why not?
Why not? My dog didn't like that. He's barking at me.
Yeah, I don't. Brian Kelly, if he loses this game, he may get run out of Baton Rouge with some spells on him on the way out. I think the Tigers win this one close. And I think they humble the great fans of Columbia, whoever's left in the third quarter.
Coach, 7-point line for that one, is it? Tigers, you said?
Speaking straight up.
Coach, Vegas knows it's going to be a tough one. The Chickens look like they have a legitimate defense. They have a defensive line the first time in a while. They got some DBs. Last year at this point in time, everybody was ready to tell the defensive coordinator he needed to go back to NC State or wherever. He played football at NC State when I was there, but everybody was ready to get rid of him. Now he's the greatest coach in America. We all know how that goes. Do they have enough offense? We do know Brian Kelly's teams do tend to figure out ways to score. if we look into the forecast, we got some storms brewing.
Mhm.
And usually when you have some weather, it's usually the less talented team. It helps them out. So will Columbia be rocking and give them that? I say no, LSU by 3. Ball game.
Do we have an announcement who the guest picker is going to be?
I heard it's
Yeah.
Alex Murdoch.
There we go.
We're zooming from jail.
I think we should let's place wagers on who we think that's going to be.
I think it should be Steven Garcia.
I'm going Dawn Staley.
It should be Dawn Staley. Let's be honest. I mean, it would be her or Darius Rucker.
Yeah, that's
I feel like they've already had Darius Rucker too many times.
Yeah, that's wore out.
By the way, time out. Awesome concert a couple weeks ago for Hootie and the Blowfish, by the way. Awesome concert.
Was Chad sitting beside you?
No. Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, we opened up with a little Edwin McCain. You guys are too young. And then we busted out some Collective Soul, which I forgot how hard they rocked. When we get off this, pick up some Collective Soul. And then straight to about an hour and a half of Hootie and the Blowfish. Awesome.
Coach, we'll do that. Maybe we'll intro the show next time with that.
That's when you go somewhere like this and really living the high life then.
Coach,
you gotta be.
Yeah, it was a high life kind of night.
Gotta be.
Coach, if we go back to week 1, I remember Jelly picking the Trojans because he didn't like who? Do you remember? Brian Kelly. However, he's rolling with the Tigers in this game. So he must hate the Gamecocks worse than Brian Kelly. Or either he's finally picking with his brain and not his heart.
Not his heart. You know, when it's Brian Kelly broke his heart.
He picked USC and they won, so maybe who knows here.
Maybe Lincoln Riley's onto something this year.
Next game here, we've got 2 shit teams. Texas A&M travels to Port Gainesville here at 3:30 p.m. Both teams 1-1. Texas A&M lost to a Notre Dame team who's still not good. Florida is 4.5-point underdogs here.
I think we just got to hope for a rain out here or a blackout. Maybe I'm not watching it.
Do they black out college football games?
They should. If they were going to, this would be the one.
This would be the one to do it.
The bad part is I think this is the new 3:30 SEC game on ABC, which I thought that broadcast was atrocious the other day, but that's just my opinion. Give me Texas A&M. They're going to go into the swamp. I just think Florida's bad, man. I think they're bad. I don't think Texas A&M's good by any means. I just think Florida's worse.
As I call him, Billy Nipple loses again. And the Aggies win by 10. Give me the Aggies here.
I heard he's coming back to be the quarterback coach at Clemson.
I mean, who knows? He could be the wide receiver coach. It could be good too. Be the same anyway.
Florida's starting the freshman, right?
No, I heard he was not starting.
Really?
This is why Billy is not going to win this game.
So if they're playing Graham Mertz, I'm going Texas A&M by 100.
They're going Mertz, but Lagway is coming in on a few possessions. Go ahead, and if you have ESPN Bet, put in for transfer for Lagway. The odds he's transferring.
Hey, are we betting on that yet? By the way,
we should be able to.
We should 100%.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going A&M. I think that coach is going to figure it out down there. And I know it's tough to play in. It's tough to play in Florida when they got a good team. I don't think they have a good team.
Yeah,
they ain't had a good team forever.
Spurrier or Urban Meyer ain't running around down there.
They'll be selling tickets to that game at Costco in a bundle. We're good.
Coach Espo will be there.
We'll be there. Have a family pack. Get a hot dog with it.
Good hot dogs, good pizza.
Yes, sir.
Coach Jelly went with his heart here. He's taking the Gators. Poor Coach Jelly. This is how it is. Here we move to West Virginia at Pitt. We got a rivalry game here. Pittsburgh is currently 3-point underdogs.
What do they call it? Don't they call this game like the backyard brawl or something like that?
Something weird, yes.
I think it's called the backyard brawl. I picked West Virginia week 1. They let me down.
Whew, they got boat raced.
By Penn State, who doesn't really appear to be very good, but I don't think Pittsburgh's very good either. So, yeah, I'm gonna go West Virginia. They're not gonna lose again. They'll never let me down twice.
Who West Virginia beat? They beat Albany. Okay.
Yeah, somebody bad. Big Pat McAfee fan. But if you can watch this game on the TV at 3:30, you'll hear the fans say, "Eat shit, Pitt." Give me the Mountaineers. Country roads take me home.
Yeah, West Virginia. They got a better fight song, and I like how they like burn couches on campus, and
It's like the Buffalo Bills, the backyard brawl.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. I get the steel, the toughness, but I feel that like more of the Steelers than like
or maybe like the Penguins.
Yeah, the pro teams are a little bit more tough.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm with you. The Pitt Panthers just don't do it for me. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Get your own stadium too. Sorry.
Yeah.
Here we go again with Jelly. He's going with Pitt.
They played a field named after ketchup. Come on, guys. I don't know if it's still named Heinz Field.
It is.
It is. Okay.
They need Jerome Bettis back there. Sorry.
They need a lot of people back there.
Aaron Donald.
Dan Marino. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. As we move down
to
against the spread. I can't even tell you the records. They're abysmal. Except for Espos. He's above 500. We start here. Alabama.
Guys, I bought this new piano back here with my.
He hit the 5-team parlay, 5 to win 100. Alabama travels to Wisconsin. He's going to buy him a new house by the end of the year.
This is a tough one here, because normally I would take Alabama over Wisconsin in a heartbeat. I didn't think the Tide. I know the final score doesn't reflect it, but they didn't look very good Saturday night. 15.5 is a big cover on the road too. I have yet to see Wisconsin play a single snap this year. I'm not sure who they have on their team. I don't know. Give me the Tide. I think the Tide roll into Wisconsin and handle them pretty well.
Outside of when Russell Wilson was there, have you ever known who's on Wisconsin's team?
They made the playoff one year, didn't they? That boat race in the first game.
Did you know who was on their team?
No.
Okay, just
they usually have a running back that has like 2,500 yards a year, but I don't even know who that's going to be this year. Give me the Tide.
Coach, it's going to be 78 degrees and sunny in Wisconsin, so it's not going to be cold. Tide are going to roll up into Wisconsin. Milroe is going to run the ball. Bama covers. Bama wins by 21 here, 3 tutties.
Wow. Yeah, I was kind of with you, Austin. I didn't know much about Wisconsin, so I went and looked them up. They beat Western Michigan opening weekend 28-14.
Cool.
Then they played a powerhouse in South Dakota and won 27-13. And yes, Alabama struggled a little bit in South Florida, but remember last year they won like 14-7 or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
But at least they put up some points. I think they win by like 28. I think Milroe's out of the game in the fourth quarter and eating some cheese up there.
Discount double check.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit too I think they roll.
Yeah. Coach Espo did more homework this week, so whatever he picks, go against it.
I just did.
That's your homework.
He took such a big win last week. He don't want us to catch him.
Yeah, that's what it is now. So that's when he starts losing. Jelly is rolling with the Badgers. Poor Jelly. He's went 3 solo back all together.
He's either going to come back and take just whip our ass, or
go like 0-10.
Yeah,
Coach, it's hard to get to the top. It's even harder to stay there. Just remember that.
Boston College travels to Missouri Missouri
Yes.
is 16. The line is up to 17 now, but as we have it set, 16-point favorites here. Top 25 matchup. It's a 12:45 kickoff.
Top 25
Eastern time. Yep. Boston College is ranked 24th in the country.
Who they beat? I gotta
That's
look,
gonna
see
be-
who they beat.
that's gonna be a
Coach
fun
O'Brien, what's his name?
Bill O'Brien, baby.
Bill O'Brien is got the Eagles rolling.
Did you hear him
Really
say
is.
like he don't know the difference between like Division 1, 2, 3, or NAIA or something?
This was FBS Division 1, 2, 3. He threw something else in there that didn't even make sense. It wasn't even like AAA battery or something. It didn't even make sense. Yeah. You know what? I think it's gonna be a good game. I think Missouri's good, and I'm a big Eli Drinkwitz fan, but I don't know, man. That Boston College team looked good the other night. They run the ball. If you can run the ball, you can beat anybody. So give me Boston College to cover. I don't know if they win. I think they definitely cover.
Coach, this is a tough one.
Phew.
Missouri's given up 86 rushing yards a game. Boston College can run the ball. I think Missouri is better because they've given up 0 points this year, Missouri. Now they haven't played anybody. Let's take that for granted. I think Missouri's better on offense, better on defense. I think Bill O'Brien pulls a Houston Texans and gets the crap beat out of him. Give me the Missouri Tigers.
Ooh. You know, the start of the season, you know so much about Boston College football team. I would have given you the Missouri Tigers easily in this one. I'm with Austin. I love their coach. I think he's a good one. I do think Missouri wins, but I feel like they kind of always get this one where they're doing really well and they all of a sudden in a dogfight and have to kick like a 59-yarder to win the game. So I'm going Missouri to win, but to not cover. Missouri wins by like 10. I call it.
Bill O'Brien's going to win the game and fly to Cleveland to go to the massage parlor with Watson.
I saw he's back in the news.
He's
God,
back.
y'all
He's
read-
always
y'all read-
he's in the
y'all read
news
that
for
one
being
story?
bad and getting sued.
Holy, have a day against the Cowboys the other day too. Oh wow,
He got massaged pretty good that game.
Oh.
I don't know if that's what he was looking for, but
Jelly is rolling with the Eagles as well.
wow.
Fly Eagles fly.
Yeah.
About that.
I'm going to have to call him and see if he's okay.
Here we go. Here, Tulane travels to Oklahoma. Oklahoma 12.5-point favorites here.
Ooh, Tulane had a pretty good showing last weekend. They lost to K-State, right? But it was a good game.
Yes, it was.
They
very
had him
close.
beat.
Right, yeah, I thought they had a
Blew
beat
it.
one time I turned it over there. And Oklahoma limped out the back door with their win. I trust Venables to get that operation going. I think they're going to have a good solid week of practice out there. And they're going to ride that little covered wagon in and just wear out Tulane. Give me Oklahoma. Just means more.
Coach,
Does now for him.
statistically, the OU defense is not good. They're going to struggle in the SEC. Give me the green wave to cover Oklahoma to win by a late field goal. Not so fast, my friend.
Tulane had their shot last weekend, missed it. Their group of five's over with now, so say goodnight. They're not going to get in. Oklahoma had their scare. According to Venables, multiple times in the press conference, they should have lost the game. But they won the game, so it doesn't matter. I'm with you. I think Austin, what Austin said, I think Oklahoma beats them by a lot. Did Austin say that? Or did I should make that up?
I think
Yeah.
we're going to roll in.
I think, and then they do the tribute in the fourth quarter. Y'all seen that stuff?
Love it. I'm pulling
Yeah.
for Oklahoma every game they play right now.
Yeah.
except for if they play
Boomer
Dugout.
Sooner, good friend Coach Todd Butler running around with some recruits down there. I think they're going to win by like 46.
So now I heard
Exaggeration, but
you said Tulane is still their group of five still. Is that right? They didn't join a conference. I have no idea. I'm asking.
Yes.
Yeah, they're part of that.
Okay. It just seemed like maybe they joined like the big.
They'd be like what App State would have to do. They got to win the.
Yeah. They got to be the highest. That's fine.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if they joined. They should have joined.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
They could have been part of the Big 12, 16, or whatever they're going by now.
The Big 20.
All
I'm going against the grain here too. Jelly is sticking with Oklahoma. That's twice in a row. How about this one, boys? Ole Miss travels to beautiful Winston-Salem, where it's the safest place in America, and Wake Forest is 23-point underdog.
The lane train's got them boys rolling, and I think he's going to go up there and just he's on a mission right now. His quarterback, he's trying to win a Heisman for his quarterback. He's trying to make sure everybody knows we coming.
We coming.
Give me Lane. Lane is the new Dion. He's coming. He ain't hard to find. He brought all his people with him. Give me Ole Miss.
I hope got that armored bus ready to roll in Winston-Salem.
Don't stop on the outskirts right there.
Yeah, don't stop. Especially at that gas station really close to the stadium. I
hope you don't want that Bojangles either. You don't want that Bojangles.
You'll be waiting all day. You ask for 4 Supremes and get a basket of fries.
We ain't got no chicken left.
Ain't got no chicken.
They got new chicken wings at Bojangles. I hadn't tried them yet. But.
Not at that Bojangles in Winston-Salem.
It's overrated.
They ain't got nothing. However, I watched Wake Forest play North Carolina A&T, and they struggled early. They don't have a good quarterback. Really, they don't have a quarterback. Ole Miss rolls. I feel terrible for the Lane train having to go to Winston-Salem. He should have called the PBRSC staff.
Lane train, that's it.
He should stop in downtown Winston-Salem, especially that Mellow Mushroom.
Boy, there's a nice soul food place right around the corner from there that you get. That's a good food.
You'll get you some real good soul food.
But yeah, Ole Miss they better get out of there as fast as they can, but they'll win by 70.
Coach, is that game during the day?
Doesn't. Yeah, I hope so. I hope it's at noon.
Coach, that's a 6:30 game on the CW.
I will not be watching that game.
Coach, by the time, that's 10 o'clock. By the time they get out, I feel bad for them. They better watch out.
Good thing they got that police escort rolling out of there.
Yeah, they're going to need more than one police escort. Woo. Here we go, Austin. Georgia travels to Kentucky. Kentucky fell to the Cocks last week. Kentucky is now 23.5-point underdogs.
Give me the dogs. Give me the dogs and they cover. I will, just from what I watched last week, if Kentucky scores a touchdown, I'd be shocked. Personally.
Yeah, if you look at this and put it in terms of the Tigers, I don't think Kentucky finds a way to cover this. I think the dogs win very handily by 31 to 38 points.
I could see it be, if the weather out there's, I could see them not scoring a ton of points, but I could also not.
79 degrees with some showers here and there.
Yeah, I think Kirby's he's trying to win a Heisman Trophy for his quarterback too. He let him throw 5 touchdowns last week, which is normally not a Kirby thing to do. ETN's back. He looked really good.
He'll get arrested next week.
Yeah, sometimes the haters are going to hate.
They have to take the MARTA bus to school because they can't drive anymore. They'll have revoked licenses.
Stop.
Playing football against Kentucky does not matter. There's not a license requirement. So
they fit right in at Winston-Salem. Anyway,
I think the dogs rolled. I think
everybody's off the Mark Stoops bandwagon. Kentucky they were hot and heavy, and they laid an egg against the Chickens last weekend. This is the classic Kentucky turns it around and Georgia wins by 14. Georgia's going to win the game. They're going to move on. Kentucky fights back and shows some life. And don't they have a Georgia transfer quarterback? He tries to prove to.
Yeah, he's looked really good so far.
He tries to prove to what's his name, Kirby, that they took the wrong guy. Obviously, as we all know, it's not. But he passed the game of his career. But Georgia's just too strong, and Kentucky covers.
Too strong but covers. Jelly is going with the Dogs. I didn't think I told Jelly's last pick. He went with the Rebels. Clean sweep there. I don't know how they'll be so receptive to the Rebels. Or the Rebels coming to town. Anyway, there's your week 3 picks. They're now locked. Coach Espo tries to extend the lead, Coach.
Expansion. You know what I mean? Just gotta put all you haters in my rearview mirror and just keep moving.
I'm gonna play my 5 games on a parlay and hopefully I go 0-5 again like I've done before.
I'll be 23-14 this time next week.
I mean, that's a bold statement, Cotton.
If you go 10 and I'm
for a guy coming off a 3-7 week, it's always good to be confident.
There's only one way to go. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't want to say that. I go 2-8.
No, there. You can go down. He can be in 3rd place or last place, like me.
Yeah, it ain't hard to lose it real quick.
It's been a struggle.
I'm just ready to see some more of the Twitter sphere on the weekend. I love reading the people's comments on Twitter.
Coach, you don't have to see the Tigers fans.
I know that thing.
Are the Tigers playing this weekend or are they off?
They are on a bye.
Already?
Well, sometimes, but next week is going to be really. Next week's going to be really fun.
Who we got next week?
We got the Wolfies.
Got my preseason ACC champion pick, who just got absolutely just rolled up and stuffed into like a duffel bag last week against Tennessee.
Good thing they don't play in the SEC.
That was like that. I mean, that was the equivalent of getting like a swirly in the middle school PE locker room. They just national TV. I had them in the Colorado-Nebraska game on side by side, and Colorado and NC State both just got absolutely just wasn't even fun to watch anymore.
I was this close at about 5:30 on Saturday of buying 2 tickets real fast for me and my son and driving up to Charlotte. And thank God I didn't.
Ooh, that'd have been tough.
We got a 12 o'clock game. You can come to Tiggerville.
If somebody can give me some tickets, you know what I mean? We might
Still waiting on that tailgate invite too.
Oh, guess who? Coach Brittle showed up to the tailgate.
You invited him. He showed. Imagine that.
Sometimes it's just an invite. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just takes an invite.
I'm not inviting Austin. I invited Espo, but not Austin.
That's okay. I'm not coming. I'm not coming to Tigerland. I don't care.
I don't want you to come.
I'm not coming. If I want to come to tailgate somewhere, I'll come tailgate with Cole West or something.
Well, he don't want you either.
Speaking of Cole West, 5 of those freaking hats. Holy smokes! I can't wait.
We'll see if we can put that up on the board.
I can't wait till I get to roll into Furyland this year and pay my $8.
Hold on, Austin. You say that. You know what's really pissed me off, Austin.
That I got 2 fountain inn hats.
You got 2 fountain inn hats, and you never gave me one, even though it was meant for me.
That's okay. Hey, we'll see. Got to have something to barter with.
No, you're not bartering with nothing.
I'm trying to barter and get us some high school league passes, so I can have you guys quit getting worn out. By the way,
I thought for sure we'd get a high school league pass this year. And you took Winsky's boy to the future games, didn't you? God, that's got to be good for something.
What are we doing here?
Holy cow!
We're media members. I'm gonna roll in there. I'm gonna get a big old camera. Lens, start snapping photos.
Gotta be the shoulder kind.
Yeah. I want the old school VHS camera.
With the fuzzy microphone on the end of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The boom. What do they call those things?
Yeah.
The boom camera.
I'm gonna do it like they do in college football games, and I'm gonna go sit like 2 feet off the sideline in the end zone, and just
crisscross applesauce.
get plastered by somebody coming off the field, just wiped out.
Hey,
And then
got it right here.
stand up and look confused, like, well, I can't believe that just happened to me.
How about this?
What do we got? Whew.
Sir,
Fury boy.
them boys are coming in hot.
Yeah.
Them
He
boys-
told me about it on Saturday.
I'm gonna throw it out there. We're in the lead. The Fury's back in the lead again for the best hat in high school baseball.
And we get to see him early.
Not
We do.
only are Coach Rowland and Coach West and his boys, but they're the staff. They're out there. They're fixing the field up, fixing the stadium up. Got that place looking nice. They got the team rolling. I mean, they're deep in the playoffs, and got the best hats in the state. Might be 2 years running until somebody proves us otherwise.
As of
Coolest
this moment in
mascot.
time, what is it? The 10th of September.
Yeah.
They're back in the lead for preseason number 1 ranking of hats. The hat game.
I give Coach Rowland some credit there too. Whoever ordered those, getting those hats in by first week of September, that's impressive.
Coach, he's just trying to make less errors on the year, as he told us. Hey, boys, we got anything else to add to the beautiful episode 93 here?
Coach, we're 7 away from 100. We got to figure this thing out for 100. We got to get creative.
That'll be weak.
If anybody's
10
still
or
hanging
11.
in there with us, at this moment in time, which I doubt it, throw in some ideas. Let us know what we got to do for episode.
I think
100.
for episode 100, that's going to get us close to like conference championship week. Maybe
No, week
we
11.
won't quite be there. It'd be close, but maybe we could get Omar as guest picker. We could
We'll have a
reveal.
disguised voice.
We could reveal Omar the tent maker. Episode 100.
I don't know if we need to do that. You know what I mean? He might be like a CIA operative or something.
Could be. Very well.
I mean, Omar the tent maker. I think I saw him on the blacklist.
Could be Tupac.
Biggie.
Rich Homie Quan. Sorry, too soon.
Man.
We're gonna wrap this boy up before we get too carried away here. So from episode 93, from all of us here at Brett Baseball South Carolina, we hope you have a great week.
Don't forget